Charlie Strong was interviewed by Ricky Williams. That's the most insane thing I've ever said in my life. Ricky Williams interviewed Charlie Strong on Longhorn Network.
Mm-hmm. Asked the hard-hitting questions,
Shrug,
too. He did ask all the questions
did.
anyone else would ask.
You know, I will say that when I first read this, I was thinking, oh, great. Yeah. Here comes the ultimate
there's some great answers in here.
Layup interview. But
I mean, look,
Ricky Williams,
he press him? He didn't need to press him.
No. But Ricky Williams, you know. But he answered a lot of different questions, including he talked about Malik Jefferson. He talked about how the new offensive coordinator Sterling Gilbert is. Who
cares about all that, Greg? Let's get to what we want to talk about. What everyone wants to talk about.
What's that?
Quit talking about all the other stuff.
What's that, Max? What does everybody want?
We want to know about the quarterbacks.
Everybody wants to know what the quarterback situation at Texas is going to be like. He said he said all the right things about Shane Buechele. He said all the right things about Tyrone Swoopes, saying that Tyrone Swoopes, having Shane Buechele there, has pressed him, has pushed him, has made Tyrone Swoopes better. It's made him a better quarterback because of that. So the key quotes here. Quote, Buechele, he's a quarterback and he's been in this offense before, so he really understands it. He's like a gym rat.
Shades of Colt McCoy with this one, right? He just lives at the facilities.
I bet he brings his lunch pail to work.
Oh, yeah.
And real coach on the field.
It's like, I got to go to class. I'll be right back. Hold on.
Very gritty. All these other, do you know what I'm getting
just
at?
bracing. Yes, I know. I know what you're getting at. Yes.
It's a white quarterback thing.
Yeah.
He's like a gym rat. He really studies the game, and it's amazing. If you walk down that hall right now, he'd probably be somewhere hanging out in the office. Okay, nice things to say about a freshman quarterback, a guy who, I think a lot of people, a lot of Texas fans have a lot of hopes in Shane Buechele. So then here's the money quote. He was asked, does he have a chance to see some significant playing time in the fall? Buechele, this is a quote, quote, Buechele, oh God, yes. Yes, he will play in the fall. Mm-hmm. Yes, he will play, end quote. You don't get a whole lot more definitive than that, right?
Right, but the best part of that is, like, at this point, a true freshman in the spring, that's a crazy answer, number one, right? Like, he may be good enough, that's fine. That's a crazy answer, but the best part about all of this is how much more pressed Strong will get, question-wise, from the people around there, like every week until the Notre Dame game, about specifically, will he take every freaking snap? Well, is he your quarterback completely?
And honestly, when I first read this, my first reaction is, yeah, this is exactly what happened last year.
That's true.
Think about the quarterback situation as it entered their season opener last year.
Fair.
They said, oh, well, Tyrone's our starter. Tyrone Swoopes is our starter. Mm-hmm. But Gerard Hurd's going to see some playing time.
Yeah.
Look, the time has come. Tyrone Swoopes is a senior. This is his last year on campus. You have not once given him a vote of confidence as the quarterback, as the starting quarterback. Not once in his 4 years at Texas. Frankly, S or get off the pot. That's where I'm at with it. Either Tyrone Swoopes is your guy or he's not. Sure. It is no longer fair to Tyrone Swoopes to hang him out to dry like this. To say, oh, no, Tyrone Swoopes, he's going to play, but we're going to have these other guys come in and play well. I mean, if you're a senior, you're thinking, all right, well, I mean, I don't even have a job. Like, I don't even have a job description at this point. You have to be able to say who is your guy. Because if you have two quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks.
Right.
Okay? You can only put one of them on the field at a time. So, honestly, and I was the biggest Tyrone Swoopes supporter coming out of White Right. I was a big-time fan. I said, all right, this guy's got all the skill set to be that guy. I had bought in. 2 years ago, I sold my stock in Tyrone Swoopes. I'm done with him. I'm done. He's not the guy. I don't think he's the guy. I don't think he can be the guy. So here's the bottom line. You tell him he's the backup. If you're going to say Shane Buechele is going to get significant playing time in the fall, but you're not going to name him the starter, all you're doing is kicking Tyrone Swoopes in the rear. That's all you're doing in that situation. And this is the second consecutive year they've done it, because they did it with Gerard Hurd last year. And, I just get the feeling that Charlie Strong is trying to have it both ways. He's trying to not make anybody mad.
Well,
but you know what? All you're doing is stringing this kid along.
But in his defense, all right, to be fair, right, if you just put it all on Buechele today, that's crazy, right?
Then go and recruit better at the quarterback.
It's too late for that. It's too late for that. But you can't just put everything on Buechele today, right? Even if it's headed in that direction, to just come out and be like, he's gonna be our quarterback all year next year. You can't just put it all.
Then
out
you know
there
what you say in this question. You say, you know what, he's really impressed us in the spring, and we want to see how he develops. He's certainly a compelling option, and things like that. You hem and you haw. You don't say, oh God, yes, he will play in the fall.
That's okay. All right.
Because what is Tyrone Swoopes' response to this? He goes, well, then why am I even here? And it's a reasonable argument.
Again, I will counter one more time. It's kind of amazing that Tyrone's in this position after what happened last year.
I agree.
I
agree. But it drives me nuts that, because at some point you have to think of this kid, Tyrone Swoopes, as a man. And you have to say, you know what? It's kind of crappy the way we're treating you. Kind of crap. I mean, imagine if I came to you. Imagine if I came to your job.
I have to imagine you do it every day.
Okay. Imagine you work at the widget shop. And I come to you and I say, hey, you know what? You're our chief widget officer. You're in charge of making all these widgets.
I have always wanted to be the chief widget officer. I just want to thank you for that.
You are the guy.
Can I give a little speech about being the chief widget officer?
Please don't.
I am so excited about this new opportunity.
So, you're the CWO. But hey, actually, you know what we're going to do? Is that we're going to hire another guy. And we're going to give him the exact same position.
But I haven't even finished my widget speech.
No.
I haven't even finished the speech
yet.
Still,
don't worry, you're still the chief widget officer. But here's this other guy, and he's going to be doing a lot of your work.
But will I get paid the same?
Actually, yeah.
That's fine.
You'll get paid.
That's fine. If he's going to do all the work,
you'll
and I still get paid
$0.
I don't see any issue here.
You'll get paid $0, just like him. This kind of hemming and hawing. This hasn't, and I understand that they haven't had a ton of great options, but at least pick one and stick with it.
I disagree. It's too early. You don't have a choice. This is the only way to do it.
Then don't say anything. This is the worst thing you could say.
But then they're really going to keep asking.
This is the worst thing you could say.
Why? They're both going to play.
Then all you're doing is you're screwing over Tyrone Swoopes. And at that point, just release him from his scholarship.
I feel like you've given him enough shots at this point.
I agree, but at this point, if you've strung him along this long, you've missed your opportunity to cut bait with him.
I don't know.
You could have just told him, hey, you're going to be the backup. Could have just done that.
I think it's fine.
I don't.